So the core need here is a very fundamental problem that can be addressed by AI or another technology. And the goal of the core need is to understand what is really like the reason behind the reason behind the reason for a problem or for a challenge that you're facing. It's important to know this even if you end up just treating the symptoms. For instance, I know there's a lot of diseases out there. There are some in my family, and there are not cures for them. You can't treat the root cause of the illness itself, but you can treat the symptoms, and that leads to a much better life. Treating symptoms is okay, but you really should understand why you're not treating the underlying cause. Now, this whole concept of identifying this core reason, it ties into root cause analysis as a field. And there is a technique in this called 5 whys, which I think is a really practical example of how to do this. So the 5 whys technique is simply to ask why 5 times. So for instance, if I had a problem, let's say that our salespeople were unable to respond to emails quickly enough. I might ask, why? And a salesperson would say, well, I get too many emails. I'd say, okay, why are you getting too many emails? And they could say something else. Maybe they're signed up to too many newsletters or they get too many spam messages. And then why, and then why, and then why again. And by the time you hit like that 5th why, you've typically traced back to a very fundamental reason for what's going on, what the problem is, what that core need is.